Hello and welcome at Stocks Advisor channel. Today we will talk about advanced micro devices traded at Nasdaq, ticker name AMD. Well, AMD is now showing 1 week kind of volatility on the similar level, and the question is, are we preparing to bounce upwards or downwards? And of course, here it's a bit tricky situation. We'll discuss the technical pattern, but both, let's say, opportunities allow you to trade. You just need to know how to enter here and know the risks. So those we're going to discuss. First of all, what is important to note here that it's a big company with market capitalization about 98 billion. So with actually huge volatility, which is very rare, but very nice to have. If you trade and you know how to trade, you can really make profit here quite rapidly, but also you need to know the risks. So first of all, what is important, there is still the upwards level, which forms kind of a resist line, which was pierced once by end of April, but then the price declined all the way down, and this line, we can name it R1, resist level 1, is actually quite strong. And what we see now, if you look carefully, we are exactly following it recent days, especially with heights, and today just tried to pierce it a little bit with height, but actually the end of the trade was lower and we started from this line. So overall, we were not able to pierce it through, and actually after hours also not showing that many positive actions. Still, moving averages are tending upwards, especially moving averages 20 and 50, but they are not going accelerative, they are going with linear. It's similar to what we observed by April, this linear zigzagging moves, meaning that it also could suddenly change the direction, the moving averages, also causing the price to decline. And also, if you look at MACD, it looks like histogram, it looks like it tried to make the secondary wave, but didn't really work out. Also, RSI is a little bit decelerating. So what might be happening, we could little bit decline here and go all the way down to the middle of this trend, because we see here several trend lines. So this is another one actually here. And this way it forms kind of the channel. So if you would redraw it as a channel, what you can see here, and this is then very interesting. So what you can see here, this is a channel with a strong top and weak bottom, which means that it could be actually, let's demagnify a little bit, it could be pierced again downwards a little bit harder. And with this, we need to actually know how to trade and what to do. So let's keep this magnification. Also, what is important here to remember that, of course, there is also big gap that was filled by mid of previous year, but still it's quite big gap. And as the most risk, we also need to take into account these levels, where the price, it's not necessarily going, so with top of about 57 and middle about 53, but if the correction continues, it might be going lower. And if you look on this with this sense, it seems like there is a big correction still ongoing. There is no clear confirmation of the breakage, and actually we are on the top of this, so most probably we will go lower. And to be very safe, to be very sure on this way of trading, I would still wait at least to the middle of the current channel, and I would decide this as the first level to buy. So therefore, the first level to buy here, the most wise, the least risky would be actually this one, which will be closer to the second half. And if the major recovery starts, if it will be a classical breakage of the descending trend, it will also start from the middle of the descending channel. Therefore, this level would be the very best possible primary level to buy. So this will be 74.35 and 78.34. So this would be the level to buy in the first instance. And then, let's say the first price target would be at least here, which makes it already 10 to 15% profit. So therefore, we can already put here the profit note. The profit note here will be 10 to 15%. and then you can take the profit, re-enter if needed, but really take it when you can, because keeping too long, waiting too long could cause the situation to expire, and actually then the profit taking opportunity might be lost. And then let's write our first call out with the first entry level, 74.35 as we just mentioned, and 78.34 at the top. So this is the primary level to buy, hoping for rebounds and the profit taking 10 to 15%. Still, what might be happening, we could go lower, as I said, and as I said also, this is the descending channel with a weak bottom, so this could be going lower. But if you look at this bottom, actually, it looks like to be quite flat, so anything lower should be playing really nice, and then actually the secondary technical level would be lower than this one, thinking that it might be pierced, but also here by really long time ago price action, this volatility will define for us also the entering level. So this will be there for 66.97 and 70.19. So let's write it down here again. 66.97, 70.19. Of course, this stock is already long term in the correction, so whenever we have any good positive catalyst, it will be boosted upwards and this will be broken, but until that we should be quite careful here. And volatility within this descending channel is still quite nice, so you can make the profit. So these are two levels to buy based on correction move, corrective continuation of the correction. Still, what we need to keep in mind is any possibility of the negative catalyst, which might come in the form of the bad news or sector bad news or global one, though globals are not expected anymore. So for these, we just need to keep some funds to buy through, and this would be the level, the channel actually between 56.73 and 61.86. It's not that it is expected at all, but it's according to our trading strategy that we give our opinion in our opinion videos at this channel. We always would like to keep some funds to average down at the lower levels, because we do not discuss any stop loss. We don't take any cut loss in our trading strategy, but what we do, we buy with non-linear averaging down. So we would like to exit with a profit still, but we are okay to spend a little bit more time. That's why we're trading on daily candles with the principal levels. You don't need to sit at 15-minute candles every day at your PC, and therefore you don't need to gain the quick time for 15-minute candles, so you don't really need to take stop losses every since and then, and therefore these are the levels to buy through. This is the way to trade. And speaking of how to buy, it's still the classical way of trading. So you can split your funds that you would like to play here in 5 portions. So it's a 5-portion trade. For those who are not first time at our channel, they know what it means. It means that you can buy with the first level with 1 portion of your money allocated here for trading, and then if the primary level is declined, we are going to the secondary level. There, through that level, you can buy with 2 portions, and then if any bad negative catalyst kicks in, you can buy with remaining 2 portions through the 3rd level. And what does it mean to buy through the level? It means that you are not buying with entire designated portion once the level is opening, as well as you are not waiting for the end because it might not reach there. You just start buying through slowly, such a way that your through the level average should be near to the middle. So once the rebounds take place, you can make the maximum profit there. And repeat, the profit taking here is advised 10 to 15% from all money allocated in the position. Overall, AMD is of course very nice stock, but because of this very huge trade that took place in the mid of previous year, now the company actually should prove it, because it went almost 100% plus. Now it should prove with market news, with fundamentals, that it really deserves to be on those levels. That's why we see all those corrections. Until there are good news to prove it, it might continue. If there will be news to disprove it, of course we can go to the 3rd level, but if you follow this way of trading, it should be quite safe according to our opinion. That's also why we show it here, we follow it. If you like this way of trading and this way of mitigating the risks, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, press the bell button. This way you will not miss our new videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.